So let's get this first song up.
So basically, Steve and Steven have rebranded to Goontopia,
and it has gone over well.
With some fans.
The expression is gooning, Gooning.
It's called gooning, and the left wants to ban it completely.
Listen, here's the thing. I love the gooning. So get up, dust off, goon.
All right.
Dibby doom boom boom. Oh,
Hey, no, you go ahead. I'm fiddling. I talk when I fiddle, so hey, I'm the kind of guy who left at a funeral. I'm the kind of guy who left at doors with funeral. Okay, all right. I got that out of the way.
yeah.
Welcome to Goontopia. I'm Steve.
Oh, I'm Steven. Yeah.
And we have been gifted with so much freaking Dickin news. And Dickin is what we're going to talk about here in rap news. We got to move Tom McDonald over. What has pushed Tom McDonald out of the spotlight for rap news? Drake's penis.
I haven't seen it yet. This is big news, though. I've heard that it's like the meat spin / what's the Bruno? You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, the movie.
Sacha Baron Cohen,
yeah.
where he does the meat spin.
Let me pull it up because...
It's not a sex tape, right?
Whoa!
All right, bro.
That's not Drake.
Oh my
gosh.
I mean, you got to bookmark that and send that to me. You got to bookmark that and send it to me.
All right.
You can unbookmark it and it'll never be...
I don't forget to unbookmark it.
Oh, wait, you could just send it to me now?
Well, if I pull up DMs in the story. Right. Okay, we'll get to the Bobby part later.
Yeah.
I've learned we got to tease future things in shows. I can't believe that.
People
Bro,
are getting...
What the fuck?
We're literally just looking at porn on Twitter.
We get so much closer. This is it right here. No, it's not. That was him taking it in the ass. I'm going to have to blur all of this because I literally just start the show by looking at porn. Where is the Drake video? It was all over Twitter.
You got to think smarter, not harder.
Okay, I've got to get it. I actually sent somebody a DM about it. So Faggot Jackass here tweeted, Studio Ghibli food looks so good. So when you hit show, it's just Drake's penis.
That's it?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's huge.
Well, is it?
I guess so. I mean, it looks big. And then I have this video.
I didn't get to look at it long enough.
Well, this is the parody video.
Is the
safe for work version that we'll show. So what you're seeing right now is not Drake playing with his not wee wee. It is so big that I actually thought he was retarded. Let me tell you that much. You know how retarded people have big wieners?
Is that true?
I don't know. It's like
there's a lot I'm learning about the world today, I guess.
I thought that was like going to kill it. I thought that was going to be the big dick retard. I feel like everyone has a story about that. Like, oh, then the retarded kid pulled his pants down and he had a big wiener.
No, but our friend Nelson did. And as, an expert at stealing stories, I could steal his. But go ahead with your... I mean, did you see a big retarded dick one time?
Yeah, once, yeah. He just would... The kid would just get naked in the locker room in middle school, which in middle school it was like you were only, at the worst, in your underwear. But this kid would just get naked and walk around the locker room.
No, there's always a kid that did that, and they usually were... I don't know if I've ever been wowed by a hunky retard's dick.
Yeah. But this,
it's like a horse's dick. I mean, that's a fake dick, obviously.
Right.
I know what he's doing, but I mean...
That picture of Drake's dick it's crazy. It makes you know that he totally effed, BOobi All-off.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's true, but I think she's also probably everybody she's interviewed, including the women. I mean, you don't think Rainn Wilson lured her into a barn?
Here's my animal feed. Here's my pig feed. Come over here. Well, and then isn't Shaquille O'Neal? He's like chronically horny, right?
But I heard that he either has an enormous dick or a small dick, but you really wouldn't be able to make much sense of it because he's so big.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. It's not average size, but it looks tiny.
He fucked her? He interviewed.
I think he did because they say that Shaquille O'Neal's like the horniest man alive. He's like the Harvey Weinstein of the blacks.
Really?
Yeah, but he's cool, so they let him get away with it.
Whoa.
So if Bobby's interviewing him, interviewing Drake...
I thought Bill Cosby was the Harvey Weinstein. Could you imagine? What if she interviews
definitely true.
Bill Cosby? We should come up with, next episode, a dream list of people for her to interview. Yeah. Just get her...
So it's supposed to be funny. I thought you were going to tell me a joke. And he's like, I'm going to grab those... I can't do a Bill Cosby, but...
And what was the thing today anyway that you sent me?
Oh, they're getting divorced. Bobby All-off and her husband are getting divorced.
Well, they're getting divorced, but then also the black chick on her show thought she said magician.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I didn't.
This was so stupid. Yeah, well, we'll play this because it is the news of the week. Everybody is falling
we'll get back
for
to
this.
Drake's stick if we need to.
Don't worry.
Look at her fucking...
She's so dumb. And then this... So the premise is that most of Twitter don't understand that they're both doing a joke.
Well, that's why I'm interviewing you today, so I can get to know you.
So I'm a musician.
But how do you know this?
What the fuck that mean? Make magic or something?
You might.
What is musician?
I think you're confusing that.
Yeah, I'm not no musician.
I
I make music. I make music. And that's not all I do. I make music, I act. I'm a TV star too, a young mogul.
Just really quick, I think you're confusing.
I'm not confusing nothing because you don't know. You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the fuck you said.
See, that's what I think you think I said.
No,
I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby. I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think. I know.
So you
think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician.
Sorry, I had myself muted. So they go back and forth with that. I think it's... Well, what do you think? First reaction.
I think her boobs are getting more leveled out. I think they're finally becoming... And by the way, do you like my characterizing of her name, my stylization of Bobby Altoff's name?
What did you call her? Like Boobie?
Boobie, but then I make one of the O's capital and one of them lowercase because her boobs are uneven.
That's
so
nice.
Boobie,
That's a good...
Boobies... Wait, what was it?
All over the place, off.
Boobies all off, because when you look at her tits, they're all off.
Yeah, off center, off kilter. Yeah, no, that was good. But the clip, I guess, I don't know. Do you think I think they're both faking it. I think they're both trying to do the funny, awkward
There's
thing.
a legitimate chance, and I don't know who this magician lady is, but she might be so dumb that she's falling for it.
There is that.
Somebody in the comment, well, one of the tweets I did see that responded to this one said like, she said she wasn't going to get roped into any of the tricks, but she did or something like that. So I don't know.
From
she seems stupid.
The black girl getting roped into the white girl's tricks. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about her. I just feel like to me the line where she's like, I don't think that's ghetto to think. I mean, if you look at the ghetto, you go, where are people's heads here? They're not thinking. So it's like she didn't make a joke. I think that was like a missed joke or something, an oddly worded attempt at making a joke that just didn't land that's what makes me think it's all some banter attempt gone wrong, a Glassman style, interaction. But we can move on from that because I got nothing else to say unless you want a new iteration on her name. Boobies all off.
Boobies all off. But are we done with Drake's dick? Or I mean, I don't know that I have much more to say about it. I guess it's probably...
We can go back and I can show you the picture. It was a video too. He was like flinging it around like a helicopter. It was crazy. I mean, it's pretty big. I don't know what else to say.
It's big.
Who do you think he was trying to reach out to?
Probably like a 16-year-old girl. Can I say that?
Yeah, Bobby. The other Bobby, Millie Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
right?
because he talked to her when she was like 12 or whatever.
I'm trying to think of what should I do for the thumbnail for this? Because I did originally say like a Wii remote and nunchucks, but that's not going to fit. I think if he's holding No,
I love that idea because the watch, you could do the little wrist, over it.
The wrist strap?
Yeah. Well, unless you think Drake doesn't wear the wrist strap because,
Oh, no, he totally
does.
Let
it sling.
He wears the Wii remote jacket too and everything, fully safe. Or I could do I don't know, he's holding a candy bar or something, and I don't know.
Look at my penis. Dude, that's crazy.
I know.
What the fuck?
So the other thing too is at one point I'm gonna have to download this image.
I want to crawl in that bed with him, pull out my dick, hold it in my hand, just see. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just looks can be tricky. I mean,
it looks fake.
It could so easily be faked. And this time when we have these, damning photos of Taylor Swift getting fucked by Kermit the Frog.
And Andy Reid, the DP king.
This could be so easily faked.
Yeah, no, I agree. So, and I could see it's oops, oh, I'm sorry. The picture of my huge hog just leaked.
Well,
no.
was he
embarrassing.
Was he getting jealous of Tom McDonald and Ben Shapiro that this was first time I get removed from number one?
Yeah.
Drop the dick pic.
Yo, that's
and
my
if
plan.
I don't win my Grammy, I'll rape you. I don't even know what he sounds like.
I don't either. No, that's him. Actually, that picture of him with his boner is him after drinking Sprite. That one Sprite commercial he said. So.
Is that the one that scared you?
Yeah.
Last name faggot, first name biggest.
Like a sprinkle, boy, ain't nothing to play with. I guess the next thing in this news, unless any final words on Drake's dick.
I want to talk about me. Toby Keith, baby.
R.I.P. to a real king. Did you listen to Toby Keith? What do you have to say about this?
Well, you remember that really creepy time that I listened to Smash Mouth and the next day the guy died? Mm-hmm. Well, I listened to Toby Keith about a week or two ago. In fact, I listened to him about 6 months ago. So I've actually been listening to Toby Keith. I don't listen to country music. I ain't a country boy.
Yeah. But something about Toby Keith, you just...
I like one song, to be honest with you. So I would listen to that song. Yeah, then he dies all of a sudden. So under mysterious circumstances.
So
I think he had cancer.
Yeah. Well, I guess you got to stay away from Alanis Morissette, please, because I need her alive for her reunion tour so I can go see her. And,
be a little bit ironic, folks. Right. Dude, by the way, speaking of irony, Tom Myers, the ultimate irony bro, the thing I sent you earlier where somebody called him a date rapist. By the way, we made a rule. We can't talk about Tom Myers every episode, but because we rose out of the ashes of Cumtown, whatever that guy said, somebody goes, Tom Myers looks like a date rapist. And he goes, how would you know? Speaking from experience?
Yeah.
Where he's like trying to call the guy a date rapist, but it just makes it sound like, how do you know? Did you get raped by me?
Yeah. How do you know? What do you speak? Oh my gosh. Now he never ceases to amaze me with his self owns. He's incredible. I don't care. His like legacy goes past being laughed at on Cumtown. That's how silly he is. I want to say though about Toby Keith, something that is a little sad about his passing. So when I was in middle school, when I was in 7th grade, my history teacher, he loved country. And so I would sit by the radio, closest to the radio in class with my friends, and I would do like gay parodies of the country songs. So like,
of course,
obviously Toby Keith, you know, the As Good As I Once Was, and be like, I ain't as gay as I once was, you know. But I actually have a funny story. Who's the guy who did the I'm doing what she likes? What's that song? Is that Blake Sheldon? Young Sheldon?
Young Blake Sheldon.
Yeah, doing what she...
By the way, did you watch Curb?
I did, yeah.
Okay, so you saw that young Larry is like
yes,
the thing.
yeah.
Okay.
That was a part of last season. Is this Blake? Yeah, Blake Sheldon.
I forgot.
Anyway, the I'm doing what she likes. My parody of it back in the class, I'd be like, I'm doing 15 guys. And we'd start laughing. And then the teacher was like, hey, what's so funny back there, Steve? And like on the spot, I was like, oh, I was just doing like a parody of the song, like I'm cooking some fried rice. And then he was like, all right, we'll keep it down. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was like a Metal Gear Solid, like stealth pass. I could not believe I got away with that.
That was like one time, this is totally unrelated, but a similar thing happened where my friend's mom got home, like, and I didn't realize she had got home, and I just yelled like, fuck. And she like came by and I was like, flipping good burgers. Like I thought it was being like funny.
Well, that's the thing too. It's like there's a difference between like ass. Oh, I said pass, but it's like, oh shit, I have to come up with something like on the spot. I'm like, no, I just sang a parody like I'm cooking some fried rice. Like I couldn't believe it came upon me, and so and by it I mean me coming upon myself after coming up with that on the spot.
The only other thing about Toby Keith is that Ruck Ali's country parody guy was named Toby Queef, which I don't know that he came up with that, because yesterday I remembered that because I thought I had came up with it last night.
Okay.
And so I Googled Toby Queef. Well, actually it autocorrected to Tony Queef, which is just like a whole other Italian.
Queef.
Yeah, Tony Hinch Queef. So and then Ruck Ali came up. So shout out him. We always give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Come on the pod.
He'll be our second guest ever. So that was the in memoriam of Toby Keith. Rest in peace, King. And now we've got some other stuff here. Last week, we were blessed with AI's incredible ability to show us Taylor Swift, like
Sexy.
you said, getting gangbanged.
Really, yeah, just in the hottest way possible, because she's really not sexy.
No.
But these photos made her hot.
Exactly. It was the hottest stuff. Andy Reid, Kermit the Frog, who's the guy? Oscar the Grouch, SpongeBob SquarePants. Folks, SpongeBob SquarePants in the Vegas Dome, getting dome from Taylor Swift thanks to AI.
Put it on there.
Yeah.
She's going to be in town soon.
Yeah. But now we have this like right-wing version of the AI.
What's it called? Degradify? No. Regradify? Regratify?
Let me
No.
It's called DignifAi AI.
DignifAi.
Dick in eye, because you have to be so gay to put clothes back on women. And they don't even actually, let me go to the Ian Miles Chong one. This was on your Twitter account. This was so funny.
This is on mine.
Yeah.
Oh.
So Ian Miles Chong tweets, you know.
Yeah, that one's ridiculous.
I know, it's like
it turns her into like a child.
Midget.
It turns her frame into like a young girl.
It's unworkable. When given pictures of thirst traps, AI images
It's just like instead of her ass, like those were the kids all along.
Yeah,
all three of those kids were her ass.
Trapped in her ass.
And then they popped out. She was normal size. I don't even know. It's fucked up. It looks weird.
No, it's awful. AI imagines what could have been if they've been raised by strong fathers. So strong fathers that don't feed the kid. I mean, and also her foot. Yeah, strong father. Real strong father there to give her a fucking, what is that? That middle toe is
it looks like all the kids inherited it too.
Yeah.
And maybe even a little bit on their fingers.
No, I mean, this is so stupid. And it's like, I don't know. If you think of like a woman of the streets, you don't, the last thing you want to do is think like,
a woman of the night.
A woman of the night. The last thing you want to think is, oh, what if she didn't do that? And it's like, don't create an image of in your head where you're falling in love with the stripper or the prostitute. If you see a prostitute, you just move on. We don't need to do this.
Well, no, you stop and you know, if they're beautiful, you know,
but it's like,
you got a big dumpy on the left, and then on the right, she's nothing.
Right. But I mean, I'm saying when you
she was better off being a hot girl with a big butt, you know?
Yeah, no, I agree. That's why I'm saying it's futile to try to create this correct image of her, because in the eyes of these like conservative trad cats, like it's still the whore, but the whore lost weight, so much weight that she has a midget's head and then had kids. And
dude, I'm done with whores.
Yo, who is this girl? Let me hit her up.
Yo,
So, and then they also do this one where they just clean up these people. I mean, I guess it's kind of a funny experiment, but it's also like, I feel like it's cringier than simping for women when you take women and put more clothes on them. I mean, could you literally get any gayer than that?
Well, I mean, and this is the problem. It's, look, some women are going to act like that. They're going to be little devils. They're going to be little... Are you recording the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So some women are going to be like her. They're going to be, you know, little devils. Bad girls.
Yeah.
And that's fine. Just oogle and ogle them. You don't have to simp for them. Just be like, oh, she's hot, and then move on. You don't marry her, but she doesn't have to be some more. What was that?
That's the guy with the Drake penis. You can still see it. That's his penis. I'm going to have to blur that. In the full image, his dick drops down that low. Yeah. No, I agree. It's like when you see the girls dressing this way, it's like, okay, I get it. You're like dressed in a slutty way. Okay. And then you
want them
on.
to deceive you. That's almost what it's like you're asking for.
Yeah.
You want the slut to put on the clothes so you can be with them?
Yeah, no.
Why? Because she's going to go and be a little devil behind your back.
Exactly.
I mean, some of these are just fucking stupid. I guess they all are, but...
This one is kind of
I guess
funny.
some of them are impressive that they were able to, the tattoo removal.
No, there was one of Kanye with his wife, and that one
is this an
actually
app you can pay for? Maybe we should be DignifAi.
Yeah, I don't know. It might just be this one guy.
I'm gonna take. Wait, somebody did do the Drake one. What was that image we were looking at with the black guy? I didn't even get.
That's like a meme picture.
Okay, but did somebody Dignify Drake yet? That'd be good for the.
I don't think so. No. Yeah, that would be good for the thumbnail. We could just. Yeah, no,
I don't know how this thing works. So what? They don't even have a link to an app or anything.
No, I think it's just the one-off guy. It's like the black or Chinese guy.
What,
it's
do
like
I have
his
to
cousin.
Pay in Bitcoin?
Yeah, for requests.
Yeah.
I don't know. Only 34,000 followers. I'm sure if we DM'd him, let's just do it live on the show.
Okay. Just say you gonna do the Drake nude.
I'm gonna call him Dake.
Okay, I like that. Dake.
What?
Whoa.
Oh, what the fuck?
Bro, you're seeing cancellation right before your eyes. Pass an Arcos challenge? What is this? Arkham Asylum challenge?
Yeah,
what is this?
Play the new
Ark of the
Suicide
Covenant?
Squad?
What the fuck is this? Match the number of rocks? What does this have to do? What did you do, dude?
I don't know. I just tried to DM him.
I liked your Tom Myers DM him.
Just tried to DM him.
Thank you.
All right. Well, that was such a crazy thing that just happened. Well, I'm not going to DM him again. So
did it send? No,
it did not.
Whoa. Maybe he's getting banned.
Yeah, what the heck? But he's only trying to dignify. This is one of the biggest stories here in like shitting on comedians news because, you know, for the longest time, everybody's been like, is it just me or does Bert Kreischer suck? And it's like, yeah, we've all known this. But what about Tom Segura? I guess Tom Segura had some pretty bad bad incidences happen last year. He like went on a Delta flight or something and like went on a tweeting spree complaining about it. So all of his fans have been saying like, oh, I'm sorry, are we too poor and all this stuff. Like Tom Segura hates poor people. He has the right to hate poor people, by the way, but he can't fix that image of himself that he's created. He can't just go with it like someone like Tim Dillon will. He'll just be like, yeah, I'm rich and my listeners are poor. Get over it. Tom has to have some form of like fake humility, and that whole thing has caused a problem where his fans hate him now. Now, fast forward to the biggest announcement to Two Bears, One Cave, where they've said that they are making their own vodka. So here is the YouTube video of them talking about this. I downloaded a plugin, and it doesn't matter. The whole video is just like an ad. The whole thing's just an ad, but I installed a plugin that shows dislikes. Look at that.
Even the audience knows they're shilling a shitty fucking product and shoving it in your face. This is crazy.
Yeah, we can just play a little.
We'll get to them talking about it.
Outside of the intro, it's the whole thing.
You know, I liken it in, honestly, like it's like a version of saying, like, do you want to write it or do you want a ghostwriter?
And I've seen people have these types of babies before and have nannies take care of them.
Yeah.
But we want to raise this baby. This is our baby.
We care
This
so
is
much
our
about
baby.
it. We're not just trying to throw shit at you. This is...
And at one point, Bert's like, you got to see the merch. The merch that's coming. It's like the best merch ever. And it's literally this fucking poor Osos hat in the background. That's the name of the beer or the vodka. And he's like, it's the best merch ever.
That's their name is Osos?
It's like Spanish for the bears. Poor Osos.
Oh,
so that's
Osos.
Osos. Which, by the way, this is the shittiest looking hat in these 4 hats too. And
yeah.
Oh, this is the best. I just hate. He gets like fat when he talks about things. I don't know. I can't describe it any other way. But you know what I mean when he talks.
No. Fat people do start to get fat when they talk. I mean, it becomes a lot of mouth breathing and salivating and the spit slipping out.
I checked every social media platform too, and all the comments are like overwhelmingly negative. 2 Bears, 1 infomercial. And even on Twitter, people are like, no one's going to buy this. And on Instagram. So I guess the next thing following the story is like, what is their response going to be? Because they do this hour-long podcast trying to pitch this whole beer, or I keep calling it beer, this whole vodka, saying it's the best vodka ever. And they do a blind taste test and all this stuff. But like their fans don't even like it at all. They're not going to buy it. So
right.
I don't know. It's good to see that they're finally getting what they deserve.
I mean, they're just going to continue to be rich. You always say this. I think it was like, I don't know, 6 months ago when you're like, Bert's going to have some kind of downfall.
Well, this could be it. I mean, he could.
I don't think so.
Well, hang on. This is my pitch.
You don't just lose money like that.
No one buys. Well, he's going to have the money, but he's going to die because no one's going to buy the alcohol. So he's going to relapse.
Okay, but they have millions of fans, but there will always be thousands of people that are stupid enough to buy this stuff and to continue to pay them.
But when it doesn't sell well, he's going to break, because he's sober right now. So he's going to break sobriety, relapse on his own product.
What he said, he was sober?
He claims to be, yeah.
Wow.
He'll break it on his own product and it will consume him, is my ongoing theory on the downfall of Bert. He actually cried on some guy's podcast because he was like, on Reddit, they have an over-under on how long I'm going to live. And he like started crying when he was talking about it. So,
damn.
Okay, so I guess keeping in line here with this news here, we've got Shane Gillis hosting SNL. Are you going to watch SNL?
I will check this out, but I mean, I'm sure I'll see the monologue. I don't know if I'll watch it. I just know that because he's totally caving to the fact that these people got rid of him for making a harmless joke. And the fact that all of this stuff is resurfacing now again, and people are trying to make a big stink of them having him on, you know? It's like, that was actually when he was funny still. That's why it's so annoying. And he's going to go on there, he's going to be a complete pussy and be like, look, man, I said something about Asians, and then everybody will laugh because that'll be him mentioning it, and then he'll move on.
He'll be at the end of his monologue. He'll be like, "Now, if you'll excuse me, I got to order Chinese food." You know, did the Tom Myers? Did you order Chinese food?
Get up here, Bowen Yang, and he has him come up there and he gives him a hug, some bullshit like that.
Oh, can I suck you up?
Everybody that was ever Asian on SNL is going to go on stage with Shane and
which kind of and it's just gonna I don't know.
They're all going to sing "We Are the World."
Yeah.
We
solving
are the
racism
world.
and stuff.
Yeah.
But there is an old clip of Shane that has resurfaced that is actually very curious. It makes me curious like a cat, and I'm going to show this just real quick if we think this is actually going to be done by Mr. Gillis. Mr. Gillis.
Dude, if I ever get on SNL, I will Bud Dwyer. I'll be like, live from my mouth, this fucking gun.
So we'll stay tuned for that. You think he's going to kill himself? Well, how crazy would that be if an SNL host just shot themselves?
If it was, I mean, I wouldn't believe that Shane would do it.
Right. Would it be pretty crazy if he did?
I mean, yeah, that would be ideal, honestly. It'd be great if he brought every one of his friends with him.
Mm-hmm. It is kind of weird. I don't know how to feel about it. Because, like, on one end, it's like, oh, wow, SNL, they need all this hype. You know, they need Shane. But it's kind of, it seems to be, like, the reality is more of, like, what you were saying, where it's like, no, Shane is going to kind of be a little gay on stage and, you know, like kind of play with the SNL cast and, like you said, make a reference to being, not to being Asian, but to Bo and Yang and stuff. It is also funny, though, that Sam Hyde's Instagram handle is SNL, and now Shane is going to be on SNL. So I wonder if there's going to be another Backlash 2 when World Peace 2 comes out with Shane being affiliated. I think he is, yeah.
Well,
so...
that'll be the greatest sketch comedy he's ever been a part of.
Exactly, yeah.
How about me roasting Shane? Honestly, I just don't like Shane anymore. I think he's kind of a loser. I think he's just fucking a fat, drunk idiot.
Yeah, but for some reason now he's like the biggest comedian podcast. It's kind of, you know.
What, their podcast? Him and Matt?
Well, not him and Matt, but Shane Gillis is like the most popular comedian now, I would say. Because he's always on Rogan. And now I guess with his SNL hosting, I don't know. I just feel like I see his name out a lot. I don't know. I could be wrong on that. But it's like him, Theo Vaughn, and that's it. I don't even want to say Joe Rogan as a comedian. But
Theo still has some endearing qualities to him, though, but Shane, not so much.
I guess I've never really disliked him, but I've never gotten too into him. The most I listened to was that President podcast.
That was the first part of that was good. The other parts I wouldn't recommend.
Yeah. I agree. Now we've got something even better in the world of laughs and tricks and pulling strings. We've got the first episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, season 12. You watched it. What did you think?
What did I think? I thought that I didn't like the whatever Mexican fat character that's supposed to be the star of this show or whatever her name was, the three names.
Did you watch the last season?
No.
Okay, she was.
So I quit watching like halfway through. So there's a good chance I've missed a lot more. I thought they were trying to just like unload this on us. Okay.
No. She was all there last season. The whole like plot was like Larry was trying to fire her because she wasn't a good actress, but there was some weird thing where it's like he looked racist if he did it, so he just made her stay on the young Larry show, and so that's what that is.
I'm out of the loop. I maybe only got an episode or two in. I don't even really remember why I stopped watching, but it wasn't good.
It sucked, yeah.
And so that would be my overall conclusion, is that it sucked. But I don't know. There's a few funny moments. You know, Larry and Siri. How do you come up with something like that?
Classic. I have to actually refer to the plot notes that I wrote down because I don't really remember what happened. I watched it this morning too. Oh, the one thing that stuck out to me that I thought was really funny, Larry mentions, and I hope this is a teaser for the end of the season, Larry mentions going to the Congo with Leon so he can see black culture, I guess is what he's implying, and then he takes Leon to Tel Aviv so they can meet Quentin Tarantino or whatever. But that would be a good finale, is the war in Gaza. But
I was wondering because the first episode, and I don't know, I mean, it's not like Larry David's leaving clues in his episodes, you know, like Taylor Swift or David Lynch or something. But the first episode was Atlanta, so what if every episode there's somewhere different because Larry just didn't want to have like a resident location or like a house because there's no point. And so maybe we'll have to go different places. I don't know. That'd be cool. I want to see Larry. I don't know. Why does this have to be the last season? Why? But also, why does it not like funny anymore?
Yeah. Well, honestly, like the last 3 seasons were like unwatchable. The last one was so bad.
Did you know that like I think around season 7 or so is when he started having other people help him write? Even though they do the whole whatever improvised thing. Yeah, he said it on Stern.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
In 2015, he's like, the last 3 seasons, somebody else. So maybe that's why it started to suck, or the plots got dumb. I mean, there was that one where they went to New York for an entire season. How is that even a plot?
Yeah.
Like an overarching plot.
What season was that? Was that in season 7 or
no? That might have been 8. I think that was right after the Seinfeld reunion one. I think that was season 7, wasn't it?
Okay. It's because of that. Was it the fatwa or whatever? The patois? Hey, call back.
Oh,
the play that he wrote or something. Yeah, that I don't know. And I feel like for the first few seasons, they would always try to top the season ending. And then there was that one season where he like died and went to heaven and then came back. And then they were like, well, how do we top that? And then the way to top it was to have the Seinfeld reunion. Then after that, it was like, I mean, literally, what can you do to top this?
Well, what season was that? Like 3 or 4?
Yeah, I think so. Like 4 when he died, 4 or 5, something like that.
I feel like every show like that has like the best finales was like the 3rd or 4th season, and then that's also when people are like, why do they let this show keep going?
Yeah. I don't know what it is about maybe it's just because he's older and just isn't as quick with it or something. I don't know.
Also, not being married to Cheryl, I think they dropped the ball on like them getting divorced and how they use her, because now she just pops up, but she's like such a good actress, and she was like a good
companion to Larry.
Yeah, well, and to bring him to the reality of like how other people are viewing the situation.
Right. And now she's just like another Susie, because Susie is just a cruder version of Cheryl, and she just pops in to, like you said, just be a tamer version of Susie. The bit in the episode, this is kind of funny, when so Larry drops his glasses in the toilet, and he goes to and he's staying in a hotel, so he goes to the room service lady, and he's like, who takes it out of the toilet, you or me? I don't know. And so the lady gives him gloves, and then later in the episode he gets like mud on his pants or whatever. He goes to clean his pants, and a $10 bill falls out of his pants into the toilet. I thought the punchline of the joke was going to be that he would just reach his hand in to pick it up, no problem, you know? But it ended up being like the cleaning lady was like, "You put my tip in that toilet, laddie. You are so evil, laddie." And
what? Why are you throwing my clothes? That's just Jerry Seinfeld.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Help me, kill me.
Oh, but then the other thing too was that at the beginning of the episode he butt dials. And and this is going to lead into the Grift Your Enthusiasm podcast.
Oh yeah.
How do you like that? Grift Your Enthusiasm.
That was good.
Is at the beginning of the episode he butt dials, and then at the very that's going to be the thing at the end, and it's not even in an unpredictable way. The fucking dumb dog like jumps on top of it.
Yeah.
No pachuca.
Oh. Chupacabra.
Yeah, chupacabra.
No está.
So, but the funny thing was on this Grift Your Enthusiasm, you want to pull that up now?
Yeah.
Is that okay? So Susie and Jeff Garlin have started the Curb Your Enthusiasm podcast recap show. I love that other thumbnail. And it's a fucking mess. I've watched probably like a full episode, but at like 2 different episodes, like half of 2 different ones.
Mm-hmm. All
right. Done.
Wait, sorry.
Okay,
Get into the head
I
of the
have
show.
to tell you myself, I was in love with it from the second I heard it.
So, maybe we could just quickly tell the story of how Larry found it.
Yeah.
A few years prior to this, he heard it. It was like it's called Frolic, written by an Italian composer.
This is the theme.
And he heard it. It was on some bank commercial or something.
Yes.
And he said to Laura, who was his assistant at the time, currently R.I.P., find me that song. And she did. She tracked it down, and then he chose to use it.
And this
incredible. He said, I like this song. At one point, they tried to say, like, what was the thing they were talking about? The boner pants thing? They were like, no.
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make, was that in that episode, in this last new episode, where he has the butt dial at the beginning, in this first episode recap that they do, it's the boner pants episode, and he's like, Larry, he would always put in things, and you'd never know what they'd mean later on.
Yeah,
it's like, you just know. It's like so obvious. The first shot of Curb Your Enthusiasm is on his pants, on his boner pants, and you know that this is going to be a problem.
It's a Drake-sized pants boner on Larry, and because we were watching it, and that's what we brought up. We were like, no, we knew exactly what that was the first second we saw it. And I remember one time I was like mentioning that to you about Curb. I was like, it's like if they just put like a dick on a slide at the top of a slide at the beginning of the episode, and then throughout the episode they're like, that dick is slowly sliding down, and then the episode ends with like Larry bending over the slide, and he's like, how'd this dick get in my ass? But it's like every episode of the show, which is fine, because it's not really about the plot. It's about the stuff that happens in between, all the improv and stuff. It just has run stale the past few seasons. And this grifting podcast, I mean, this is like...
that was the other thing too, is they were in the first episode for like 2 seconds, and it's just like poor acting, like poor riffing at a table, because there's like a thing, well, we're gonna be sitting here, like this is how I imagine Larry's like, we're gonna be sitting here and we're gonna do we're just gonna make small talk at dinner, and that's all it was. There's like no better than watching just other people sit and have dinner.
Right. But then now they're going over this like it was inside the writer's room. They're like, yeah, did you know Larry listened to this song and he liked it, and he was like, get that song, and they found that song. It's like, is that not how they find songs for every single show and every single movie?
Well, if you listen to the podcast, you know that back then Shazam didn't exist. And Jeff Garlin would let you know that back then it wasn't so easy to find the song in the bank commercial.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, a new thing that's been bugging me is all these songs I like keep appearing in commercials. Including a Stereolab song that I didn't think anybody knew about. I thought this was my special little song, and it's in a fucking commercial. There's something else a while back too that I complained about.
Was it the Plantasia in the Super Bowl commercial from last year? Is that Plantasia?
Whoa, that's a good. Wait, what's that again?
I don't know. Let me see. It was a TurboTax commercial.
Yeah, Mort Garson or whatever. Yeah. That did bother me. That's actually a good poll. There was another one in between, but it just feels like they keep finding them.
They added there was a Honda Civic commercial that had like a Panda Bear song off of his like newest album, and I was like, how the fuck did they even know this? Wait, how they don't? It was in there. It was there.
No, you're right.
Phantasm or something. But we can't play the music because it's copyrighted. But yeah, no, that's a good point. You bring that up. It is kind of it's like, how do these commercial people? How do they know what good music is, and why are they putting it in? Why are they commercializing it?
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for me. Yeah. Everybody knows it.
It's a damn shame. They should put in the Tom McDonald fax song. That's like imagine you're driving your Honda Civic and it's like, they call me a because I'm gay. Call me retarded because I'm dumb. They can't cancel my message because I'm not going to. Yeah, Y'all know the lyrics to the song. It's old news anyway. What was I going to say? Oh, there was this one clip from, good to go back to Curb, press run leading up to the show. Larry attacks Elmo. You've probably seen this.
Oh my gosh, you love Elmo, don't you? Oh my God. Mr. Larry, Elmo loved you before.
Putting his knee on Elmo's neck.
Touch people, Larry. Let's talk about how you feel. They would have canceled the show Elmo for last season.
Elmo's stupid fucking dad.
I know, he just sits there and does nothing. He just allows that to happen. But it's funny too, like, do you remember when we first found the announcement of like season 12 of Curb being the last season, and Larry had a statement that was like, I'm going to be working with Doctors with Borders because my whole life I've done this show about how I'm a bad person, so I'm going to be a good person. But then it's like the second they start doing the press tour, he's like strangling Elmo, and it's like, what type of person are you even trying to be?
This is another thing that we've been tracking, is the grifting podcast of people that are starting to realize that their future income is dwindling. It's not going to be there.
Yeah.
They're never getting a call to be on Curb again. It's
No.
over. So now they got to make the podcast. But they had an ad for it at the beginning of beginning of the show. Maybe Larry did approve of it. I was saying that there's no way he signed off on somebody making money on doing a podcast about the show.
I know there must be something in the deal where it's like Larry gets like 50%.
That'd be awesome.
And he has to appear in one every 100 episodes or something like that. And that list of the grifting podcasters.
No, he'll
is
never
growing.
be. That was probably in the agreement that he'll never be on an episode.
Never wants to appear. But they can tell stories about interacting with Larry earlier that day, and that's as far as they'll go. And also, I can't really imagine. I mean, the Susie lady and Jeff. Well, isn't Jeff? You've been telling me about this. Isn't Jeff like a huge rapist, or not a rapist? But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I think it was on the set of the Goldbergs, the show that he was on. He got kicked off the show for the last season because he sexually harassed somebody, or he'd walk around with his pants off or something like that.
I mean, he kind of strikes me as the type of person who he kind of has like the Harvey Weinstein adjacent. I mean, not in the name, in just like the fat build. He's got that fat, come over here, let me do whatever I want with you build. Not saying that he is that, but
but it's orcish. It's sort of World of Warcraft's orc kind of.
It's an intimidating stature. I could never see Larry doing that, I don't know. I'm trying to think if I had anything else to say about Curb or anything. You sent me this thing about the Hamburgler returning, but I'm so retarded. I was like, why do you want to talk about a hamburger ad for McDonald's? And then I went to their account, and then
this really drives me crazy. So as you all know, and you especially, the Grimace thing came around last year, right?
Yes, it was
huge. The Grim Shakes, what were they called?
Yeah, the Grimace Shake.
All right, the Grim Shakes. But now in the ads, all of a sudden, first off, they're saying that their burgers are better than ever, which I don't. How?
Right.
They're not any better. They're the same shit as before. But then you see the Hamburglar's arm reach across the table, kind of like Andy Reid's in that one State Farm commercial getting the nuggies, and he steals the burger. But my problem is this: I love the Hamburglar. He might be my favorite McDonald's character.
Oh yeah.
But I don't like that they're already doing another character thing.
Yeah.
Come on, spread this out. We've got a whole decade to bring back fast food character mascots.
Yeah, and it's like at least do the bird one, because no one's gonna care about the bird, and then it can seem like and everyone's going to forget about the bird when they try to do the bird shake or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So then when the Hamburglar returns, I mean, also this taxi driver-esque photo, and I think this is a two-parter. This is part 2 to this tweet. They say, unbuckle seatbelt to reach the drive-through window with Riz. And I think they're meaning this guy is my theory of the McDonald's multiverse.
The Hamburglar?
Yeah. That he is the guy who reached with Riz. Which
he definitely has the most Riz, although Grimace I don't think cares that he doesn't have Riz.
Right. He's like an omnipresent being. He just
That's true.
He just exists, or he's as horny as Jeff Garland. I don't know. They also have that same, there's the trifecta there: Harvey Weinstein, Jeff Garland, and Grimace.
Yeah.
So,
what other characters are there? I don't know. I mean, I think it's like there's the chicken nuggets, but they don't have a name.
Yeah, they're like the minions. I would equate those to
Mayor McCheese.
Okay, yeah.
Definitely needs to come back.
Charlie Jones, yeah, my favorite. And Russie Taylor. Let me see. There's got to be like an old
Smash Bros. Style lineup.
Yeah.
Put them in the game, Nintendo. But we don't know their names still.
So we really, we've got the pirate. Who is this? Okay, yeah. Let's.
But it is weird that they made a decision at one point. I don't know when it was to stop having McDonald be the face of the franchise.
Yeah. And he's Ronald McDonald.
Well, they just what it is they're such a greedy, disgusting company that they thought they could do it by themselves by sheer willpower and capitalism
and numbers and
just mass chain, whatever.
Yeah.
But the truth is, the heart of it is you got to have Ronald be your mascot, or it's just a waste of time.
He's the only clown that's like not scary.
You could have given me a million tries and Birdie would not have been a guess, and it should be an easy one, but geez.
So, okay, Mayor McCheese, officer.
Fry Kids. That's
yeah, okay, that's real creative there. And then Professor McDonald's, Ray Kroc, I guess. Yeah, the McNugget buddies.
I don't like that Officer Big Mac. I don't like the Big Macs in law enforcement.
Yeah, well, and also it's like Mayor McCheese. Why isn't it Mayor Big Mac?
Mm-mm.
He's the big cheese. This is just some cheese.
Well, it's really just shedding a light on the imbalance between, like how much power the police have.
Yeah.
So the Big Mac really represents like how strong the police are.
And how corrupt they are in the McDonald's world. They can do whatever, and Mayor McCheese can't do anything. He's a single patty.
They even have something on it called secret sauce, and nobody knows in the whole world what's in it.
With that secret sauce, they can incriminate any of the Fry Kids for any crime, regardless of the intent. Captain Crook. Sorry. Must be the Hamburglar's dad.
Ian Fidance is... Yeah. Let's zoom in on him real quick. That might be Ian Fidance.
Well, always with bad luck there. And so what is it? Officer Big Mac can use the secret sauce to incriminate and go after the Happy Meal gang, but he uses his power, he abuses his power to go after the McNugget buddies who are innocent.
And if you think about it too, the Big Mac, he really has all of this stuff going on with him. He's got the sauce, he's got 2 patties, and then just look at the underprivileged single burger with the fries. A small order of fries. I mean, he's just taking them down.
One Fry Kid, and then he's got the whole Epstein Fry Kids. Okay, Uncle O'Grimacy. Never heard of him.
No, I mean, he's like the Shamrock Shake mascot.
Yeah, okay.
They bring him out. And now we're just literally on accident doing a Come Town thing, but because they did go over the McDonald's characters at one point.
I didn't know that.
There's like a whole family to Grimace or whatever. So this is not an exhaustive list, but
okay, we'll pop
Sunday. That's the dog.
The dog.
I like that.
And Cosmic, the robot.
Sunday is awesome. He's sort of like a precursor to the Brian character in Family Guy.
Okay,
By the way, did Family Guy get canceled or did I just get clickbaited earlier?
I don't know. I want to look at the Grimace family real quick, and then what the fuck is this? Baby adopted by Grimace family? Good gosh.
I don't think 2 Grimaces could fuck.
No.
With those hips.
So that's why they have to adopt.
From where? But how do you get more Grimaces?
Well, they just adopt a real baby.
And turn it into a...
Raise it as one, yeah, I guess so. I guess we're gonna really go in the depths here. Grimace is a large. Let's see, Grimace originally. I hit the fucking X on that. Does he have like parents? Do you know?
Yeah, here we go. Well, first off, he almost resembles Mr. Munch. I like that's a trivia. He almost resembles. Who's Mr. Munch?
He must be a.
Put him in. Look him up.
From Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza.
Now, Chuck E. Cheese, I don't know their characters.
Oh, yeah. No, that's pretty close. He does almost resemble Mr. Munch.
Who ripped who off? Probably Chuck E. Cheese, to be honest.
Yeah.
Chuck E. Cheese rules, but I've only been there like 3 times.
Yeah, and they've like rebranded to be like a virtual screen Goon.
Well, I've only
cave.
ever gone last week, so I never saw it before. No, I went when I was like 3, and then another time when I was like 4, and then I went at some point when I was an adult.
Were you ever freaked out by the animatronics? Because I always thought they were really cool.
Are they animatronics there?
They were, yeah.
No. You're thinking of Rainforest Cafe, motherfucker.
No, they used real animals at Rainforest Cafe.
No, what? Is
No.
it Rainforest Cafe known for the animatronics? Isn't that their thing?
Let me look.
Well, Chuck E. Cheese animatronics came up, so you're probably right.
Rainforest. Forgot about the cafe. Wow, someone's gone the distance.
Oh, right.
So there you go. Oh, whoa. And then they turn the animals into food. It's like a Wonder Shows. And we went to the Rainforest Cafe. This snake will make a nice meal later. Ooh, endangered species. Oh, cool. Look at all these animals' asses.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I do remember they used to have these like glowing cups at the Rainforest Cafe. I really loved those. Oh, yeah.
They are. Is that not animatronic?
That is. No, you're right.
Okay.
That is very animatronic.
But the Chuck E. Cheese ones are more like mascot-y.
Yeah,
they're not
yeah.
like the real animatronic guys.
They're definitely like, you could maybe fool a young child that it's an animatronic. No, I agree. Anyway, anything about this Grimace lineage?
Put in Control F family. Where's my
yo, it's me, Bilba. Please make sure to watch my show, Control F Family, on Netflix. Control the fucking family.
Okay.
No.
I don't know. It's out there somewhere. Look up, not now, but people look up.
Yeah. Get back to us.
Look up Come Town. No, I was just going to tell them to go look up the Come Town bit. You don't have to listen to us tell you.
I'm going to detour real quick. I was worried that copyright would strike this down, so I'll just tell you this. I was going to do a thing about the Grammys where we were going to discuss the Grammys, and then I was going to do a cover of Fast Car, but instead of singing Fast Car, I was just going to sing the Cleveland Show theme song. Like, my name's Cleveland Brown. I'm here with my whole family. So
it is... What the fuck did people care about that so much for? It's the number one song.
I guess so.
How can all these songs be number one? Ben Shapiro, Tracy Watman.
Tracy Watman. I think that song was popular because when Luke Combs did the cover, everyone was like, you can't do a cover of black people's music, and he like got permission to do it. So then
the song's
Tracy,
about a fast car though.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like Tracy doing a song about cars without even asking Gary Newman if she could do a song about cars.
Yeah.
So
or the movies series.
Yeah.
Right, now we're going full glass, man. Okay.
What was I going to say? Oh, that was the whole story. It was like, can a white man sing a black woman's song? And the answer was yes, and it helped. And now that's a whole part of like making something popular now is like the cancelable effect. You know, they try to manufacture a form of cancellation that just drives hype
I mean,
up.
this is just what we were talking about last week with Tom McDonald. It's just say all the buzzwords that get you canceled and that superstars you.
Exactly.
So
there you go. Now we can't do the Cleveland Brown car cover that I promised you all last week in a clip that I deleted and didn't put in the episode or say while we were recording. So, okay, this is a big, huge topic. This is a great thing. I completely forgot about this. The freaking Apple Vision came out. What are your first impressions of this?
I love all the photos coming out. I love the people on buses, public transportation. I like the people at park benches. I like just the people that are surrounded by other people that are moving their hands around like idiots. It looks ridiculous.
Yeah.
But nobody can convince me otherwise on that.
It looks ridiculous, but when you're in the goggles, I mean, this is so cool, honestly. I get it. I really do. And I'm somebody who like hates technology, Ted Kaczynski. But if Ted Kaczynski had held out...
If he saw this, he'd shit.
He'd be like, hang on, let me write. Because it's like on one screen, he could have his schematics for building bombs and he looks over to the right. The other screen, you've got the manifesto typewriter.
What's the catch? Because how many of these screens can you possibly have up? Because I want a screen everywhere. If this is what you're telling me, then I'm about to do $250 a month payments on this for the next 2 or 3 years or whatever it would be.
Yeah, I think, I don't know what the limit is. I think like, I guess we can count.
Well, I saw the thing. Did you see the person watching like 6 basketball games and they had stats on this? I was like, okay. That was Kwame. That was the guy that we are or whatever.
But this is a free sketch idea, by the way, for those of you who are, a little sass, you want to make a funny sketch. What you can do is put on some sunglasses and then, pretending that you're doing hand gestures, but you're just like, the camera cuts to like an attractive girl in the subway and you're like just squeezing her boobs, but you're like, no, I'm using the Apple Vision Pro. And then you're like pretending to jerk a guy off and like slap a girl's butt, That's my free sketch idea if you were willing to use it. I think I've got, this is the other thing that's crazy about the Apple Vision is the FaceTiming capabilities. So since you're wearing like the goggles, it will just like, I guess use AI or guess what your face looks like.
Oh, just like a scan. There's Marquise.
Yeah, Mark Ass Brownlee.
Okay, we were just debating like what is.
Oh yeah, we've got like 10 audio tracks playing now. They try to say like, wow, this is like pretty close, right? And it's like, no, dude, this looks nothing. You guys look like oil paintings here.
I mean, yeah, I just don't know why you'd want to talk to somebody like that. But
I know, it's too distracting.
Why don't they just get a scan of your face and then actually make it look more realistic? I don't know.
Yeah, and it looks like they're trying to do like a real time with Bill Maher thing. They're trying to do like having it, you can't just get your one scan. It's going to constantly be scanning. I don't know. I think it's really cool though. I
want the screens. I want the screen in the bathroom. And what? So the screens just stay on? Like you leave the room, you come back and that screen. I mean, could you imagine that? You just have in the bathroom, you got I don't even know what you'd watch in there, but you'd have something going all the time. And then you'd have something else out here and then in there and then boom.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a way though. It's like when you close it, do you have to go back in that room to close it? Or is there like a gesture where you can like get rid of all the screens? Because like what if you go visit a family and you turn on a video and then you leave it playing and then you put the headset back on and you drive home and the video's still playing. How do you turn it off?
I'm sure you can. Yeah. I'm just annoyed too, because that they could just do this in glasses already, but they refuse to. I mean, there's no way that Zuck isn't, wearing glasses around to do all this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And remember like Google Glass too? Do you remember that at all?
Yeah. I never even knew anybody that had
I don't
Google
either.
Glass.
And those were only like $1,000. And I don't actually know what all. I think you could like take pictures with them. Okay, King Charles he had Google Glass apparently, but that looks pretty cool. I mean, it's like subtle, it's sleek. Got Mark Ass here. I mean, compared to the goggles.
Well, you're gonna go around looking like a fucking Phantom 2077 or whatever that game is.
Yeah, the Cyberpunk.
Like a cyborg.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a better look than the whole goggle appearance.
If they just turn it into regular ass glasses, they can do it. I don't believe that they can't. And $3,500. I mean, who's buying that? That's crazy.
I know.
If it was, what would your price be? If somebody just came to you right now and said $500, you'd say yes, right? I mean,
probably,
you can't pass up on it for $500.
Yeah.
$1,000?
No. I don't
okay,
think I do
so
$1,000.
$750.
$750 is no. I'd only do $500. I'm cheap. I would at least want
$550.
No, $500. What do you have a headset, a Vision Pro you're trying to get rid of right now?
Look, I'm just trying to see, because you say $500 and now I'm like really trying to see the limits of negotiating here, because it's kind of like $550 you would, and I would still say yes at $550.
That makes sense, but I got
What about $600?
Maybe I do $600.
I
do
probably
$600.
would go to like, honestly, if it was like right now, like the person was at my door and they go, I have it, I'd go $1,200.
Really?
Well, I don't have $1,200 cash on me, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
if I can Venmo them.
Well, that was the other thing too. It's like if I had I don't even know if I have.
I could Venmo $1,200. I'm not, but yeah, $3,500 is crazy. I don't know like how something like that ever gets worked down in price either.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because I mean they have all those cameras and like the layers of glass and screens in it. I guess I don't know. As more people buy it, they can make it slightly cheaper or something.
But Apple does never change. Well, I guess yeah, you can go buy like an iPhone 4 right now.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
A little cheaper.
iPhone 7 Plus.
Damn. With
so
the headphone
maybe,
jack.
but then it's like, well, then it will probably just suck.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's cool though, but I don't know. And this is the one time though where I kind of get this new Apple product, because like the Apple Watch, I did buy one, but then I was like, this is actually pretty stupid. And what were some of the other things? The iPad. Everyone was like, why do you need a giant phone? And then I got an iPad and I was like, yeah, it is kind of dumb, but it's all right. This is the one where initially I'm like, you know what? I think this could actually be really cool. So, because it's all encompassing, and also I think it could solve the problem of like nerd neck. You know, you're not hunched down looking over at your phone. You're just, it could help you with your posture. And then, people have made, I don't know if this is with
I
the
feel like
Apple.
it'd weigh you down though, a little bit in the front.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Yeah. I wonder where the weight distribution is, if maybe they have it in the back or something. But yeah, there's no way that's a light headset. But you can you can fully walk around with it because it has all those cameras around it. And
I know, it looks stupid though. Pull up somebody that's like out in public.
Yeah, I've actually got a video of someone out in the wild.
Damn, could you imagine if you just had you just take this to work and then nobody else knows there's 6 TVs in the bathroom?
Yeah.
And that's why you go to the bathroom so often, so you can go in there and watch the 6 TVs.
I left my TVs in the bathroom, so enjoy.
I mean, this guy doesn't give a fuck. I probably wouldn't either if I lived in a big city, but
I don't know. Somebody could just go and take that from you, but
just rip it off your head.
Yeah, and run off and
read your messages.
How could we miss the obvious? Yeah, imagine gooning on this thing. I've seen some headlines.
Oh, there's definitely people that are so excited just for this to be their new Goons setup.
There are some articles coming out saying that Apple is has banned porn on it or something. So
yeah, I was saying that there's a ban on porn or something, but that's crazy. You can't do that to people.
Yeah. That's the main reason VR was created in the first place. It was for horror games, indie horror games, and then porn.
Yeah, and do you remember what the porn looked like? I don't know if you want to admit to this on the pod, but
yeah, I do.
I had a really shitty VR thing.
Yeah.
It was a bad deal. It sucked, but porn...
It got the idea across.
It really, didn't make you feel like you were being,
Well, yeah, because you got the headset.
Mm-hmm.
You came over,
yeah,
and our friend Nelson was there, and you were
oh, this is fucking funny, too. Dude, he wouldn't watch the porn.
Yeah.
Dude, I just don't know if I can,
Right, and it's you weren't asking me.
There's nothing gay about it.
You weren't asking me to beat off to it.
Go full Drake and whip your dick out and start jerking off.
Or I wasn't worried I was going to get hard or something. So it's of course, if you have a VR headset, you're not going to not watch porn on it to see what it's like. And that's the environment you want to be around. I wasn't can I take this to my bedroom?
About new things. I want to show people new things. I want people to be turned on to new stuff, but not necessarily turned on.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to show everybody what porn looked like in VR.
And then Nelson was he took the stupidest moral grandstand. I refuse. And I think at one point we tried to put it on his giant head, and he was like, dude, no. And
just held him down.
Yeah, you made him beat off.
I do fabricating every memory of him and just changing it to where we held him down and forced him to do something.
And then later, whenever we catch up with him, we'll be yeah, we've been doing this
podcast.
He was
also a big no-fap guy, proudly, just mentioned all the time. It's chill out with that shit.
Seriously, no. You
either beat off or you don't, and then you don't tell everybody about it. Who cares?
Either way, you don't tell people about it. That's the way it should be. Not because I remember trying to be big into the no-fap culture, and I would go on
never touch my dick.
Yeah, the no-fap subreddit was so gay. It was he's I'm 2 days strong, everyone. And it's dude, you just told everyone you beat off 2 days ago. Or someone's I'm really thinking about relapsing. Any tips? And it's any tips? It's called don't masturbate. What do you need a tip for that?
Or it's called don't be a freak and just take 15 minutes to beat off, get it over with, and go about your life. It doesn't need to become this identity crisis.
Exactly. Yeah.
Why can't people just masturbate? Get it over with. Move on. Who
you
cares?
do it. You don't do it.
Dogs do it, and that's just proof that it's nothing wrong with it.
Dogs do it.
Dogs hump stuff all the time.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I guess you're a cat guy.
Yeah. Cats don't masturbate. So, well, I don't know. They lick their dick and balls and stuff. But
I think all mammals do. But yeah.
Well, you know what? Chimpanzees, they don't beat off unless they're in captivity. So what does that say about society, folks? So
yeah.
Yeah, anyway, the VR headset was cool.
Damn, bro, getting fucked by a chimp in VR.
Yeah.
Chimp hand job.
So you can wear the headset and you can see the entire world. So even when you're in your personal captivity, you can explore and not virtually beat off. What if it had your virtual penis or something? It had a FaceTime version of it,
customize it too.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Different skins.
You do the cyberpunk treatment to your PP.
I couldn't believe that, man. So I don't know if you guys heard of this game, Cyberpunk 2077.
It hasn't come out yet, so.
Well, I got it on pre. So anyway, I've been playing it a little behind the curve. I wanted to wait till it was all patched up 4 years later or whatever. Yeah. And I was really taken aback. The penis/vagina option.
Yeah. The penis slider, the vagina slider. You can make a giant vagina. Gigina.
You can put marks on it, markings.
Yeah. But is it a good game?
Oh, it's great. I don't want to talk about it because I'm just so bad at video games. That's why I don't want to talk about it. It's embarrassing. I guess it really brings me down. But I can't. Skill trees just fuck me up. I just spend hours reading guides, and I don't want to just copy somebody else's build for the Ninja Samurai or whatever the fuck.
The Keanu Reeves.
But it's just like when I get 20 hours, 25, 30 hours into this, am I gonna, regret the build?
Right. And then it's like, do you have to start all the way over?
Yeah, you can only reset your attribute points once. It's like, dude, I'm on easy. I picked easy. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is I'm probably not gonna struggle. So I'm just wasting all this time for nothing because I'm playing it on easy.
There have been videos of people like driving with the Apple Vision and then like in their cyber trucks with the Apple Vision. So I don't know.
Oh, bro, watching TV in my Tesla. We're driving around in my Tesla.
Yeah, and the autopilot on, but the Teslas have like a screen in the car, so it's like I thought you could play Tetris on the Tesla.
There's like that Tesla porn. We're back onto masturbating, people.
No, what's the Tesla porn?
People fucking when the autopilot is on.
Oh, okay. That's like a popular genre?
Well, no, but it's like a video thing that's out there.
Oh, okay.
But it's like that's not legal. But, a precursor to that was the people that would like fuck in the back of a truck or something. It's like, that just means people are down the highway. So then you're looking all around when you're driving.
I've actually seen people having sex. Like, I thought it was like a porn being filmed. Whoa. Yeah. When I was driving to go see my family, there was a van in front of me and like I saw like a naked chick. It was crazy. It was so weird. But
that's beauty. It's beauty in nature.
And now you can do it in the VR world in your Cybertruck.
And speaking of chimps, chimpanzee, next week's topics. Is that what you love, is chimps most of all? Monkeys in general.
Yeah. We've got Daisy Ridley, the Star Wars girl, on Ray Skywalker, who is like what? Just like a Disney plant?
I mean, a cinephile, but I am a pedophile because I love baby movies.
I can't think of the British oils without...
Cinephile. I don't know. That was a word.
Sorry, I was trying to quote Brass Eye real quick.
Yeah.
I actually was going to try to get away with stealing it, actually. It was I can't think of the British Isles without the word pedif in front of it. So her 4 favorite movies here.
But there we go. Honestly, I think they might all be kids' films.
It's going to be cool.
Matilda, which I've spoken about at length. It's a perfect movie. I loved Matilda as a child.
It's boring.
Now. It's magical and
If you want magic, watch Willy Wonka. That should be on your list.
Love that Otherworld doll. True story. The music's wonderful. It's beautiful.
Based on the true story of what? It's a made up Japanese.
What is this, Mujanja?
I don't tend to come back and rewatch things unless they're animated.
Oh, Mulan.
I don't know what that says about me. Third,
you're a baby.
Is,
you're retarded.
Moana.
Sucks. It's funny. Wonderful. I haven't seen it.
Great.
Sucks.
Know all the songs. And then the 4th is Coco.
Coco. So my favorite movies are Coco.
So it's all about
beautiful.
brown kids.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Those are like the worst Disney movies. Even if you were going to do your 4 favorite Disney movies, pull up no, you don't have to, but let's just brainstorm here.
My favorite, Toy Story, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3,
Toy Story 5,
and Toy Story 4. 4. How do they say it? Cause.
Toy Story 2 is the worst. Toy Story 5 is the best.
You know that's like my 5. Yeah, okay.
I know. Toy Story 2 is your favorite. I don't know. I haven't seen them all. But this would not even be it. Moana and Coco, they're not even like... I mean, how do you not do like...
Lilo and Stitch, at least. I mean,
Lilo and Stitch suck.
I'm not saying it's good, but it's like a classic one.
Bad as her. You think Lilo and Stitch is a top 4 movie ever?
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I know. It's already took the bait, so I'm playing into me taking the bait.
Okay. Go ahead.
I did not say that. No. What are some other movies made by Disney? Steamboat. She can't say Steamboat Willie because that's out in the public domain. But,
no, that should be the only thing she says. That's the best.
But it's not Disney. She's a Disney, like, she has to be a slave to only Disney movies is what it's been. That's her whole acting.
I forgot to. Star Wars is Disney, so maybe she is just trying to get like a Disney deal. Maybe she wants to be the next princess.
Yeah, and I guess I actually looked her up today to see if she had been in any other movies, and she really hasn't been in a lot of movies since like Star Wars. But I guess they are trying to make a new Star Wars trilogy with her in the movies, so she's got that to look forward to.
Moana.
I smoke Moana.
Coco in Moana.
Coco, so she loves Joey Diaz. Moana, she loves that Joe Rogan smokes marijuana.
Moana.
Mama Coco, Coco Manona.
Joey Coco Diaz. Yeah. This is crazy. What a list. What a list. You just don't watch movies. How can you be an actress and this is your list?
I know.
That's what's crazy about it. I get that there's the Disney, you go into work and you sit next to the Disney adult and this is their list and you can't help them. God save their soul. They're fucked up in the head.
Yeah.
But you'd expect an actress
to pick something.
I mean, Jesus, don't you like The Sound of Music or some bullshit? Have at least one BS answer, The Godfather.
Yeah.
You wouldn't expect it because I'm a girl.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Stefan Molyneux or whatever. No, I'm Milo Yiannopoulos.
Yeah.
Milo.
Oh, I'm sorry. If I'm racist, how come my favorite movies Coco and Moana?
And Mulan.
And Mulan. It's like who's an athlete? Blake Griffin.
Mm-hmm.
He does his 4 favorite athletes, and he's like, Babe Ruth, and like Henry Goggins. Is that his name? Goggins. Gaga.
No, I was more surprised Blake Griffin was your poll.
I know.
That's cool.
And then my other 2 favorites, Michael Jordan and Larry Bird. This is a crazy pause.
So she where does she rank? British girls get a lot of love and it's just because of the accent, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
But we did see a photo of her abs yesterday and it was a little
we
crazy.
did.
She
It's
sort
like,
of ripped.
What are you gonna beat us up? What the
Yeah.
hell, freak? Gonna do crunches next to me? Get
Mhm.
away! Get out of here! So
I'd let her.
Well, would you let her to the point where you would comment on her TikTok, and when you run for president, people are gonna be like, "Why is Steven being so horny?"
Well, yeah, that's what RFK would do.
Robert fucking Kennedy Goonior.
RFK. Robert fucking. Damn.
So there's this girl with she's got a big ass. I mean, this is a huge ass.
Is it really?
It's worth,
circle it a few times.
Yeah, it's worth commenting.
Now you're already getting carpal tunnel. I just having to circle.
No,
her ass.
and also, on the Mac, you see, my mouse gets big. It's not
I can't even
this,
tell.
It's not even the size.
It only gets
of a
swallowed up
cheek.
more by her ass.
So we've got Robert F. Kennedy. Wow. That's my sound of the emoji.
Yeah.
I'm in love.
Yeah, I don't know if you remember when like an old Game Boy would glitch and you'd get the fucked up symbols
Yeah,
or whatever,
yeah.
or like when a printer glitches out and starts printing nonsense.
Wow.
That's what should be between every letter that he types.
Yeah, who's
so
that?
that's how you know it's not him first off.
Yeah. Who's that one athlete? Who's that guy with who
This
has
could
the
be
keyboard?
me, by the way. This was on my birthday. I could have hacked his account on that day because I was masturbating on my birthday, obviously.
Who's that athlete guy who has the keyboard where every letter is fucked up?
Stephen Hawking.
No. Every character is fucked up. He's the athlete. You were telling me about him. He has the hats. He's like a football player. Indubitably, is that him?
No. Maybe. Oh, yeah. You're talking about Cam Newton and his hat collection.
Yeah.
He's not the indubitably guy. But
Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
That's Robert F. Kennedy's keyboard as well. They share the same keyboard, but for different reasons.
Put in Cam Newton keyboard just so we can show people what we're talking about.
So this is RFK right
so
here.
So he has an app where it automatically changes every letter to the fucked up version of the letter.
Yeah. Stop the word play. I never asked for it.
This is how it should look.
There is no dodging this one.
That big ass.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That ass is so...
I love that ass. At that ass.
Wow. And then there was another picture of Tim Dillon with Anna from Red Scare. And he commented like, I could see how she ungayed you, Tim. She's a beautiful lady.
But that was on Twitter or Instagram?
I think it was on Twitter.
So what's his excuse for that? He's just, all of a sudden nothing. He didn't run any of these accounts.
He was accused of being anti-Semitic not too long ago. So I think that was damage control by being like, I called a Jewish woman beautiful. How am I anti-Semitic?
She is? Oh, Anna
is, yeah. And then, so Robert F. Kennedy Jr. responded to this thing, and this is we've got Johnny.
You really think it was me, you fucking retards?
Yeah. Do you fucking seriously think I was TikToking in 2022? Pull this up. The TikTok comment in question was made. So what, the campaign staffer had the account for over a year, had over 1,000 subscribers. They repurposed the account for RFK Jr., where that comment resided on the original user, so that's the excuse. But
why would they not? There's no way that somebody's like just scrub the account. You can there's some way you can do that.
Yeah, and well, maybe the guy also didn't remember doing it too, or maybe he's left many other. Well, I guess if he would have left more horny comments, people would have found them by now. Yeah, there should be an option to do that. Like, I'm selling this account to somebody else, so scrub it of the horniness, please. DignifAi, get the AI to unhorny that.
Frickin' frick, bro. What's the last thing he said? Scroll down. Show the whole thing.
What I was going to say, the best thing is if he followed this up with one more tweet that was like, but that lady's ass was huge.
Mm-hmm.
So,
well, I made a revelation to you off air. I think I'm about ready to make it on air. People have been clamoring for this shit. I may, and don't hold me to it, there's a lot of time left.
Yeah.
I may vote for RFK for president if the polling looks reasonable, like he's got any kind of shot.
Yeah.
If he's like polling at like 15%, I'll say fuck it. If he can get over that 20%, I'll think about it. Fuck shit up, RFK.
Don't mind if I do. I mean, do you think his signature looks the way he talks? You know, like he's like Michael J. Fox. He writes like Michael J. Fox, but it's just like it's my font.
I find it hard to believe they can't fix his voice too. I'm starting to think that's like a sympathy play that long con. Because couldn't they just shoot? I mean,
him?
Well, shoot. Well, yeah. They could shoot something into his fucked up. What's his deal again?
I don't know. Something in his throat.
Surgery?
Yeah.
Okay.
They put something in his throat to clear it up, but I don't know what caused it, or there seems like there should be an easy fix. If he doesn't win, he should use his campaign funds to get his mouth fixed or his vocals fixed.
I think Tim Dillon might sound similar in a few years too, because you know how Tim has like the fucking, he's really exhausted his voice.
Yeah. That's from being a bus driver or a tour guide for New York. He's been doing his stand-up bits all the time, and then it finally came around to cost him. So what RFK Jr., was he a podcaster then too in a previous life? Who knows? The CIA told me about podcasting, and I made one. Do you want to talk about the Jordan Peterson reacting? We can just do a taste of it. It's small. It's so small. Last week, we really went crazy with where the American flag's at. Remember when people would hang those? And Jordan Peterson uploaded an hour-long reaction to the Facts song. We'll go into the part where he reacts to our infamous line here. It's honestly so disappointing, but hey, don't say we didn't show you.
Where the American flags at? Remember when people would hang those? They've been taken down, they all been replaced with BLM flags or rainbows.
Okay. So the flag idea, man, that's
and the
a
flag, it's
idea.
a symbol, man. So it's a strong symbol.
The idea of a flag is something like
just mute him so I can talk over him. And it symbolizes really a deeper truth. And it depends what you mean by deeper truth, because not all truths are that deep, really, if you think about it. There's some truths
that one.
There's some that are 10 layers deep, and there's some that are shaped like a cock, and I swirl it around in my mouth. And then I'm jiggling her tits. Okay, you can put it back on.
Flag. Well, let's think about it. It's a flag of division, literally, because a rainbow is the division of a unity, what's white, into a plurality, what's a rainbow. And
I mean, it was better when you were doing it. And it's like, what the hell, man? The flag, I'm not a flag faggot. Why is there a division on the flag when the flag is supposed to be unity? To add, why isn't there an ad on the flag? Well, there is. It's from the Irish wristwatch, the Daily Wire. I don't know. I can't do it. I'm sorry. But I mean, this guy just goes on.
Unmute it again, just see where he's at. With
waving this proclamation, this praying in the streets.
It's really this
false moralizing.
This could just really be a whole thing that we do is mute him and then
try to do like an impression
talk
of him.
For 5 seconds and then just jump in. And it's really like there's no break in the action.
No, that's fine, except for the snakes. And you can imagine why women do that. Because in some ways they want to.
It's like a soundboard level.
And that's fine, except for the snakes.
And then you might ask, well, why would men do it? And I'll tell you what sort of men do that. The sort of men who do that have no masculine utility whatsoever. And so they ape feminine utility. They act like...
So then they ape out.
And that's rap. It's being an ape, man. I sort of do like a Mark. Rap. I sort of do a Mark Maron thing every now and then with JP.
Women, and they're particularly good at doing that if they're psychopathic.
And they show their chimpanzee butts.
Young women
never bring up to the hood if you're not willing to share. That is opening the door to true chaos.
Themselves, and the answer is that they're not going to come out with shark teeth on, man, because then you know who they were. They're going to tell you how nice they are, how lovely they are, and how they care.
This is still the American flag's line too. He has not moved on from that.
You're going to pay for it. So we'll get back
You
to
bet
that
your bloody ass, bucko.
as we progress.
Oh, what, he's progressive now?
I like too when he just hears the lyrics and he's working through them in his head like he's on to something. It's like, dude, this is nonsense.
No.
Nothing is being said, but everything you already hear all the time from these people.
Yeah. And then, okay, at one point though, I think
turn it up really quick.
Great juxtaposition, all of that. So the first thing Tom is doing is singing about hedonism, right?
Oh my God.
And that's the pursuit of, say,
there's the part when Ben starts rapping, like it plays his little part, and then it cuts back to him and he goes, "That's very funny," but it's like he doesn't even smile or like chuckle. And it's like, that's the other thing that bothers me too. It's like, comedy is so important. It's like, then why have you never laughed, idiot?
And why do you take everything so seriously?
Yeah.
You like exclusively. And that's the Goontopia difference is we are making everything fun.
Yes.
You're making it all serious.
Well, let's analyze come town.
Narcissism. So that's the desire for unearned social status. Machiavellianism.
Oh my God,
so that,
dude, when he says Machiavellian too, it drives me crazy.
This is what I'm talking about. What do I always
3?
say? I say that he, 3. Oh,
4.
I can't remember.
Yeah, 4.
But yeah, what do I always say
and
about
they all
him?
dance on my nutsack.
Yeah, what do I always say though about Jordan Peterson and co is that they, they're just a little bit smarter. They got a better vocab than us, whatever. So he knows you can pull out Machiavelli, and people that haven't even read it will go, "Ooh, but I know that's some smart thing." It's sort of like it's in the Art of War kind of thing too, when somebody references that, or how to get pussy and make friends.
Disney
the 48 laws of how to get pussy and make friends. Oh my gosh, dude, they literally cut to Pinocchio.
I know.
All right, we got to go back.
I mean, dude, he's Daisy Ridley.
In the Disney movie Pinocchio, it's beautifully
Coco and
portrayed
Moana.
because the little thug.
It's just like Moana and Coco. It's like, it's so Machiavellian the way Pinocchio, like, oh my God, dude, shut the fuck up.
And he looks like he makes an ass of himself.
Alexander Solzhenitsyn in the Gulag Archipelago. It's much like Moana and Coco, when you think about it, like the Disney movie.
Where they do things like desecrate
Can you skip to when he gets
classic
to Ben's?
workouts. Is a
He
symbol
pulls
of
his
chaos.
phone out. He's so bored.
Yeah, there's a time
underneath
he gets bored by himself. I got the timestamp. 25:33. He starts talking about. He like literally starts comparing the difference between Tom and Ben, as if anybody needs anybody to break down why they're fucking different.
Well, that's just it too. Earlier he's talking about like some juxtaposition in 2 lines. It's like, that's like the most basic thing in writing ever.
Yeah.
It's like putting a dark thing next to a bright thing or whatever. It's not genius, dude. The psychological
what would Ben do?
breakdown.
Now, this brings us to a discussion of personality. So it's one of the things
he's pulling
that
out
makes this
Ben's
video
Big
so
Five
compelling
score.
and interesting is that Ben and
He
Tom
tests
are
low
quite
in
different
openness.
in personality, in a subtle way.
He's
Although
very
the
high in
overt
conscientiousness.
manifestations of that aren't subtle at all. Tom is a crazy looking bastard.
I mean, he's got to be high in openness. Oh,
what the hell's below his lip? Hog. Should I hug my hog?
Is that because he shoves a hog in his mouth that's as big as that, so it covers the whole tattoo?
Imagine Pinocchio's nose being the hog going into Tom McDonald's mouth.
Or not. I mean, we're still friends. But anyways, we didn't publish this study, unfortunately, but this study was done just when piercing and tattooing entered the mainstream. And it was starting to become a fad.
This is it. This is it. This is it. Pause it.
Yeah.
Or mute it, whatever. Dude, this is it. The conservative cope. This is the cope about tattoos. Now, remember, you used to be a scumbag if you got a tattoo, and you were. I mean, and not really, most people are like, oh, they got a tattoo. But I knew people growing up that were very conservative, and they're like, oh, so-and-so got a tattoo and ruined their body. But whatever. I mean, when you look like Tom, you look fucking stupid. But getting into the history of it now, justifying it as art expression, which I agree with, by the way. This is where I'm liberal. This is where I'm Mr. Free Speech. I think if you want to wreck your body, you just have to be a nightmare for the rest of your life. But at least you get to be a freak that everybody knows and loves, Tom McDonald. But you don't make it like, it's actually a form of self-expression. As conservatives, we love self-expression.
Right.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, no, it's so embarrassing to have to like do the mental gymnastics for how these people have to fit into their line of thinking. It's so dumb. But I'm sure what he's about to say is much smarter than I.
Interest in ideas and verbal fluency.
Oh, see?
Where Tom
about
and
the big five.
Ben really split. They're both very, very high in openness because they're very creative people. and
Ben
that's
is not.
associated with
Ben is
verbal
like so closed off to ideas. What are
Yeah.
you talking about, Jordan? You fucking idiot. You don't know
fluency,
anything.
which is associated with with the ability to articulate, and that in turn
This is Ben's bar.
makes him not a short-term mater.
I got the
not a
facts. My money like this is my
not a
pockets are fat.
narcissist, Not a Machiavellian,
I'm
not
a
a
fat.
sadist. He sacrifices in the present to gather good things in the future. That's one of the things that
I mean, how do you gather that from the fat stacks like Lizzo? I mean, how fucking psychotic and stupid do you have to be? How
It
fake
transcends
intellectual
time, man.
Yeah, in the present and also the future, because the stacks are gaining as Lizzo is gaining more weight, and both of those are part of the future, which is why we have to get back to the future.
is exactly what happens once you start to care for children. And then what the wealth that is genuine wealth.
He literally like speaks in like YouTube poop like clips to rearrange. He's like meant to be taken out of context.
I know. I kind of want you to just sort of not sporadically, but let's just jump somewhere. I mean, is he going to say anything good about Ben or no?
No.
Okay.
And women who would actually commit, let's say, to a long-term relationship and to the care of actually dependent people, which is very hard. It's very hard to care for infants. It's very hard to care for sick old people.
How is it hard to care for infants? All right, we'll go.
I'm going to read you something.
Everybody does it.
Yeah.
You'll find quite interesting here. So this is from the book of Revelation, and it's quite
Oh
a
my
shocking,
This fucking
a shocking
stupid
account.
Bible app
This
on
is
his
really a
phone.
hallucinogenic vision. And so this is the vision in Revelation
You don't
7,
know the Bible.
17, 1, 8.
I know the Bible.
One of the
you don't.
7 angels who had the 7 bowls came and said to me, "Come, I will show you the judgment on the great prostitute who sits on many waters." Nonfiction, and they're interested in people rather than things. That all stacks up on
He's
that
grabbing
side of the
boobs.
openness
Stacks.
equation. Whereas the more cut and dried intellectual
He almost said
types
cutting
like
edge.
Ben, they're more well, they're less elusive in their thought processes, and they're more allied with the forces that criticize thought and hone it.
He is
rather
delusional.
I know. Well, and
dude, it's like his brain's about to explode. That stupid veiny head,
I know.
giant forehead, dude.
But when people watch that, they're like, "Oh my gosh, he's incredible!
He's
Look at
onto
him.
something.
He's working. His brain is working so hard to come up with this great idea." No, his brain is working so hard to try to sound like he's making a complete sentence, and he's failing.
Well, this is what's funny is Jordan Peterson is the embodiment of the university student dork. Like
Yeah.
he's the one that's just writing the 2,000-word essay on Pinocchio, like a bullshit
yeah.
movie. That's like something you do in a class.
Yeah.
Like he just thinks he's a student still. So he's like, I got to break down this rap song for my teacher.
Right. He views it all as an assignment.
I mean, this is the kind of work you go to finish an assignment.
Yeah.
You know, is like just really breaking down every part of it. It just doesn't need to happen. This is barely
Right.
anything. This is just crap made to get attention.
yeah.
Using a conservative platform that already exists, they're making a song. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's like if we broke down like the AT&T commercials with the AT&T girl, and we're like, and her breasts symbolize the nurturing
She'll
of
sue you.
the AT&T place, because once you remember your family there,
That's
and
actually-
if you need milk, you can look to whatever the fuck her fucking name is.
Yeah, Milana Van Trub or something like that.
Milana Hump a lot.
I know she actually got mad about people talk. Do you know about this?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, yeah.
She say
She didn't like
reached-
that people were like, talking about her tits online.
Yeah, and in the commercials, they tried to make them smaller. And she also had some statement that was like, Flo from Progressive helped me dealing with sexual harassment. And everyone was like, who was even hitting on Flo?
Yeah,
What
nobody.
advice
That's a good
could
point.
She,
Yeah,
what advice could she give to the AT&T lady?
Flo's horrible. No, the AT&T girl's hot, man. She's hot. She's hot.
So-
Why do we talk about her? Oh, her melons. Jordan Peterson analyzing her melons.
Now the thing that's so beautiful about
Well, that's
those-
what's stupid too about universal symbols and whatever he goes on and on about is you can just identify it anywhere. That's why it's a universal symbol.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like just because it's there doesn't mean anything.
Stop! When I'm driving, I stop at the stop sign.
And it's shaped like an octagon, and an octagon's a force to be reckoned with.
It has 8 sides like a fucking octopus.
You can't even they don't even have a name for something that has 9 sides. 8's the most you can go.
And we all damn well bloody know that if you were driving and you saw an octopus, you would stop your car as well.
And as he's talking, he's drawing out the
octagon.
Sign.
Yeah. He's holding and he's like pushing it into the air.
It has points on each side. At the end of each side, there's a point. Let's get to it.
The first one, stop. The second one, don't keep going. The third one, you better bloody well go stop before you pass it.
Number 4, don't even think about it. Okay. And number 5, okay, let me just
sister. Now we can finish this. Number 6. Shit, we're only on. Oh, hey, only on number 6.
Stop it. I love that he has a producer now too. I got something to say about this.
Pull this video
out. I got something to say about this.
I have to come
here too, which is that he has a long-term orientation.
Oh, we got
as a conscientious person.
Long-term orientation of a conscientious person. The line is, my money like lives in my pockets are fat.
Sorry, Jordan Peterson. The line is. Now Ben is an Oriental person. It's only a matter of time till he makes a slip.
You
up
mad?
Like
you mad? You mad? And the repetition. Good things come in 3s.
Bitterness and resentment.
And if you look at the Bible, Christ is 3 fucking people.
The Holy Trinity.
And then mad is also insane. And if you pursue the
Joker is mad crazy.
And power and chaotic divisiveness, there's no difference between that and insanity.
I mean, imagine having to work for him and imagine having to stay awake through this whole thing.
To say, by the way.
What?
I don't know. He's trying right now. He's getting the semantics of mad versus insane.
Become more angry and destructive, and then you get another vicious circle going. So yeah, that's not good. It's cool to be the victim. Well, if that's all you've got, when Tom said he's not going to be the victim, and then one of the things that you learn in the story of
okay,
oh my God, the story of Job,
tortured by God terribly.
Things don't always make sense.
Extremely ill, and he refuses to play victim.
Okay. Who gives a fuck? Dude, stop talking about the Bible. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Come on, you're not a preacher anyway. I'm itching.
Okay. Job has all this bad stuff happen. What about Sisyphus? Brother didn't even get to talk to God, and he's just pushing a boulder forever. So what? Why is that story not better?
Yeah, the story of syphilis. How
because it was made up. Because it wasn't. Okay, I'm done. My anti-religious rant.
That's all the stuff we've got. So, hey.
Look, we got a lot of stuff.
We did. Real quick, though, thanks for the 300, and we'll catch you later.